Hello, everybody. This is Gary. Today is Thursday, August 20th, 2020. It is 6:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States. And this is just a quick update on my coping with schizophrenia for today. Tomorrow I am scheduled to see my psychiatrist at 10 a.m., which is on the 21st, on Friday. Right now I'm feeling kind of paranoid, very nervous, very scared, hearing voices. I don't think I need to go to the psychiatric emergency room. I'm having a really rough time today, just trying to stick to my daily schedule. I'll talk with my psychiatrist tomorrow about possibly adjusting my medications. I may have some good news coming as far as finding a new apartment. I'm not sure yet. My previous landlord contacted the apartment building that I put in a rental application for, and he gave me a good recommendation. So I don't see a problem with me getting a new apartment. A new apartment would be a bigger one for about the same amount of money that I'm paying for a studio, which right now is $625 a month. If I'm going to pay that kind of money for rent, I would like a bigger place than a studio. Um, I guess I'm doing all right overall. I did ride my bike today outside. Um, did some house cleaning just to stay busy. It's important when you're feeling nervous and scared to try to get your mind off things and stay busy. I also did some meditation. I do meditation online with YouTube videos. There's a whole bunch of different kinds of meditation on YouTube if you're interested in looking it up. There's visualization, there's Buddhist meditation, there's all kinds of meditation on YouTube. There's no shortage of videos to pick and choose from, whatever works for you best. Of course, meditation doesn't take the place of professional medical or psychiatric care. It's more of an adjunct to my medications and my therapy. Um, the videos I primarily listen to are meant for insomnia, but sometimes I listen to them during the day because they reduce anxiety and fear. Um, I'm also very jumpy. If I hear a loud noise, I tend to jump and get startled easily. Um, as far as my smoking cigarettes is concerned, I'm still only having about 4 to 6 cigarettes a day. Chewing a lot of nicotine gum, wearing nicotine patches. I don't know if that's aggravating my anxiety at all. It's possible I got too much nicotine in me. Um, I'm chewing a piece of nicotine gum right now, and it may not actually be helping, but I think it's safer than smoking cigarettes because I was chain smoking up until about 4 weeks ago, and I got my smoking down to 4 or 5 cigarettes a day. So I thought that was more dangerous than the nicotine gum and the nicotine patches. Um, when I go to the psychiatrist tomorrow, they'll do what they always do. They take my weight, my blood pressure, my oxygen saturation level, just basic physical um, vital signs before I talk to the psychiatrist, just to get a baseline where I am physically. Um, my gastroenterologist called me up a couple of hours ago. She moved up my appointment from September 29th, I think it was, up to September 14th, because last week I went into not the psychiatric emergency room, medical emergency room, because I had food lodged in my esophagus. Not in my throat, I wasn't choking, but I did have food stuck in my throat that wouldn't go down. If I tried to wash it down with water or something else, the liquid just come right back up again, and the food wasn't moving. So when I went to the emergency room, they had to sedate me and put something down my throat to find out where the food was lodged and push it down into my stomach because it just wasn't going down. And the gastroenterologist is going to have to uh, set up an appointment with me to dilate my esophagus so it's easier to swallow things. That's a side effect, by the way, of my Seroquel. It causes difficulty in swallowing food. Seroquel and other psychiatric drugs can interfere with the smooth muscle action of swallowing in your throat. Um, so I'm having some side effects from my psychiatric medications. but I can't stop taking the Seroquel because I can't function without it. My voices come back, my paranoia comes back, my hallucinations come back, my fear, anxiety, insomnia, depression all come back without my medications. I mean, I feel those things even with medications, but they'd be a lot worse without them. So stopping my Seroquel is not a solution to my swallowing problems. They're actually going to have to physically dilate my esophagus. But that's all for now. I'm just coping the best way I can, doing the best I can. I'm also watching the news a lot. And there's a lot of violence and racial tension and riots and stuff that make me scared. Um, Maybe I watch too much news, but I don't want to ignore reality either by not watching the news. I'm always afraid that I'm going to be a victim of crime or violence, and I'm not sure that fear is a sign of mental illness or just a realistic fear of watching what's going on in this country in places like Portland, Chicago, New York City, Seattle. Crime is up in all of those and other cities as well. Those cities are run by Democrats, and they're letting rioters and looters and people assaulting other people for no reason, not getting arrested. Um, I was watching a video on Twitter. A gang of people, mostly black people, were attacking a white man for trying to intervene on another attack on a trans woman. He was trying to help that trans woman, and instead he got beaten, kicked in the head, and almost died. Um, the assailant's name has been plastered all over Twitter. I don't remember what it was, but people know his name, and the police are looking for him, and they should be arresting him if they haven't done so already. They should get him for attempted murder because the videos on Twitter, several people beat him in the head when he wasn't doing anything. He got kicked in the head, then was unconscious. Um, and the idiot who kicked him in the head actually had the nerve to put out a tweet that he might go to jail for murder for fighting somebody who was a racist. He wasn't fighting anyone who was a racist. He kicked a guy down in the head who was already down, kicked him in the head and knocked him unconscious. And several other people beat him before that. Even the chief police of Portland put out a Twitter notification that he was looking for evidence and other relevant material that would lead to an arrest on the assault of that man. Um, but this just shows what our country's coming to, and it makes me scared. Comment, like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell if you want to know when I put out new videos. Um, Share my videos on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and so on. You also have my permission to download and use these videos any way you want. I don't hold trademarks on these videos. I just use, I think it's called common attribution or something like that. It's where I don't claim copyright to my own videos. I don't care if other people use my videos. So feel free to use my videos any way you want.